Hello Aries, do excuse the background mess and my messy appearance. I'm actually not very well at the moment. I'm on antibiotics and I'm not feeling too good. So the house and myself is a total mess. So please do ignore that. I wanted to still show up and do your August forecast though, because I wanted to get these videos up a lot sooner than I've been able to. And so, yeah, I'm just showing up to do them anyway, even though I look terrible. So just ignore that. And let's see what messages come through for August. I hope the lighting's okay. It's a little bit dark in here. Aries. What does Aries need to know for the month of August? What does Aries need to know for the month of August? Ooh, the Ace of Swords, Judgment, Aries. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the Seven. Okay, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, the King of Wands, the Tower, the Four of Pentacles. One more for Aries, please. Oh my goodness, the Devil. Okay, I feel like this is going to be... There's some heavy energy here, I'm just going to forewarn you. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. So I'm actually going to put the bottom of the deck here so I can see it. Okay, so we start off this month with you gaining clarity on something. So you've got the Ace of Swords, which is new ideas, new mental clarity coming in. And then we have the Judgment card, which is like a reawakening or a rebirth of sorts. So, yeah, there's some sort of like awakening that is going to bring you some sort of mental clarity. We then have the Seven of Swords, which is a sneaky energy. So this could be you, this could be somebody else in your life being sneaky around you, but Seven of Swords is like a sneaky energy. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is conflict with others. So this could be arguments within friendships, family. It can also represent like jealousy. But yeah, the Five of Wands generally is like conflict of sorts within with other people. Then we have the Three of Swords, which is a hurtful energy, something painful. But I'm going to clarify these in a minute, so we'll get more and we'll understand it more. Then we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands can be like quite a controlling, manipulative person, and with the Devil being here, there may be some like manipulation going on in your life, or control, or sometimes the Devil can be like fear. Sometimes we listen to fear too much, we listen to our mind too much, and it stops us from doing things. But we also have the Tower, which is a sudden shift, a sudden shake-up, a sudden realization, something that like shakes up your world. And the Four of Pentacles, which can be to do with like protecting finances, or being worried about money. So let's clarify, because we're going to get more when we clarify, and I don't want to spend too long rambling on. Clarify the Ace of Swords for Aries, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this mental clarity that is coming to you is going to bring you some sort of happiness. So that's nice to see. Considering we've got some heavy energy here, it's nice to see like a really positive card come out. So yeah, I think this month there's going to be some sort of mental clarity or some sort of truthful conversation, because also the Ace of Swords can be like a truth coming out. Truthful conversation that is going to bring clarity, and it's going to make you very happy. Judgment. Clarify judgment for Aries, please. Judgment. The Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you've gotten to a point where you've got yourself so low that you're just so exhausted with everything. It's almost like you can't be bothered with anything. But then there's this reawakening, and sometimes when we go through a reawakening we can like hit rock bottom, because like you suddenly realize things and you become awakened to things, and it stirs emotions is what I'm trying to say. And so like this Nine of Wands energy is like exhaustion, but you're coming to the end of that and you're going through this awakening, and I feel like you're going to come out of it better than you went into it, if that makes sense. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords. My medicine's repeating on me. I do apologise. The Hermit. The Hermit. So it may feel like to you or to other people that you're being sneaky or another person is being sneaky, but really it's just like you need to go within yourself to find answers and kind of like isolate yourself for a bit, it feels like. Because the Hermit can be like really like going within yourself, being alone and finding answers from your solitude, if that makes sense. Clarify the Five of Wands. Clarify the Five of Wands for Aries. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles feels like, in this, clarifying the Five of Wands, it feels like you've been taking slow and steady action, logical action towards something because you may be afraid of some kind of conflict, or you're worried that it might lead to some sort of conflict. So the Knight of Pentacles is, he does things logically, so he really like kind of plans things out, and slowly moves towards like whatever it is that you're moving towards. It might be that you've been taking it slow and planning things out and being logical about a situation because you're concerned of some kind of conflict. Clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Oh, the Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords is moving away from something toxic, something that is hurting you. So the Three of Swords is heartache, heartbreak, something that's hurting you that you need to walk away from. Yeah, because the Six of Swords is always moving into calmer waters. It's moving away from something toxic, grabbing all of your things and leaving. I mean, it feels like this like King of Wands energy potentially. So this could either be you, because the King of Wands could represent Aries. It is a fire sign. However, I don't know. It's not what I'm like picking up, but let's clarify it and we'll see. King of Wands. Judgment in reverse. King of Wands. Eight of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands. So I have got Judgment in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. This Judgment in reverse feels like this King of Wands energy because you've already had Judgment upright. Feels like this King of Wands could be a person in your life that is not, may not be very enlightened, may not be very apologetic, may not recognize when they're in the wrong. It feels like they could be very selfish or continually put the blame on you and they're never at fault. It feels like that kind of energy. With the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, feels like there is something that you are working on to move in the right direction. The Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, like moving towards some kind of like more, something more financial, but not without putting effort in first, because the Eight of Pentacles is like working hard at something. The Tower. The Tower in the World. Oh my goodness. So the Tower is like this sudden realization that's like a necessary, like the Wheel of Fortune is things starting to turn in your favor. Like it's almost like you're having a sudden realization, and because of that sudden realization, things are now going to start moving in the right direction. Things are going to start, because the Wheel of Fortune is like luck, being lucky, things going your way. It can also be, oh dear, I do apologise, it's my medication repeating on me. The Wheel of Fortune is, oh, I had a message come through and now it's gone. It can also be to do with fate, fated, and it can also be to do with divine timing. So yeah, and like the Tower can it's like something that can feel like your whole world is falling apart. Everything's crumbling around you kind of energy, but the Wheel of Fortune is telling you it's necessary. It's also like it's temporary, and stay focused on the fact that it's going in your favor. It's not in this other person's favor, it's going in your favor. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Four of Pentacles for Aries. The World. The World. So like the Four of Pentacles feels like you're protecting something. Could be like yourself. You're having a hard time letting go. But there's a necessary need to let go, because the World is all to do with completion. And the Four of Pentacles is you holding on. And if you hold on, you won't move forward. If you hold on, you know, like if you don't close that door that needs to be closed, nothing new is going to come your way. No new opportunities, no doors open for you. You're stuck where you are. And so yeah, this like Four of Pentacles is you holding on, not letting go. But you need to let go because you're coming to the end of a cycle. This is like your completion. And I know it can be hard. We can have so much fear, and maybe that's what this Devil is about, is your fear. It's your fear of what happens next once you've closed this door. you've got this fear of like what happens next. But if you don't close it and you don't move forward, you'll never know. And with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, it tells me that there will be some kind of new emotionally fulfilling beginning. And again, and you've got like the Sun card here as well, clarifying the Ace of Swords. So it's almost like when this truth comes out, you're going to be so much happier than you are currently, where you're keeping yourself stuck. So let's clarify this Devil. Clarify the Devil. The Devil is clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels like an energy of like not knowing what to do with this Seven of Cups. Maybe like listening to your head a bit too much, and being fearful of that. And that fear can control you if you're not careful. It can stop you from making a decision. The Page of Pentacles. It almost feels like you're waiting for somebody else to offer you something so that you don't have to make a decision, if that makes sense. Hopefully that resonates, but that's kind of the message that's coming through with that. So I hope this reading helps. I'm going to pick you an oracle card now. What does Aries need to know? Ooh, stillness. Where did I put? Oh, ignore me. 3, stillness. The little hare sits in the wildflowers completely still, watching the world around her. Power can be found when you choose to stop and find complete stillness for your mind, body, and spirit. Allow your mind to empty of all worries and thoughts. When the mind is still, you find a deep awareness of self, which can reveal the truth you seek, and the path will be revealed. Surrender to the solitude and emerge stronger with deeper clarity. Remember, what is the right path for others may not be your path. Find a quiet space and take a long, deep, soothing breath, or breaths, until you start to find the quiet headspace. Dismiss all thoughts, seek the stillness, and get ready to listen within. When did you last empty the mind of all chatter and noise? Give yourself this essential time out today and regain your focus. I think that's really accurate for you guys. I think you do need to kind of like sit and like quieten your mind so that you get rid of all that anxiety and that chatter and what do I do and where do I go from here and what ifs and what's next and all those like questions that you can't answer. You can't answer those questions. And so the best thing to do is kind of like let that go, and like sit with it, sit with yourself, and maybe the answers will come. And maybe that's what this hermit is about. This Seven of Swords could be like you not knowing what to do, and the hermit is like go within. So yeah, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope that it resonated. If it did, could you please give me a thumbs up? And could you leave me a little comment down below, because it would really help me and I would like to chat with you guys as well. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one.